Alright, so here we are. We're going to look at the three do your own or on your own problems on slides 20, 21, and 22 in Tuesday's Desmos activity. So it's important that you try this on your own. If you can't get it, walk through this with us. But we're going to try to figure out what could we do to these two equations to eliminate a variable. If you look, I have 2y, negative 3y, so if I added those together, nothing would go away. Negative x plus x. If I add a negative x plus an x, we lose the x, right? And so let's add these two equations together. So you can line these up and think 2y minus 3y, right? Because we're going to add these two equations. So 2y plus a negative 3y is negative 1y. Do these in different colors so you can see the columns. Negative x plus positive x, that's going to be plus a 0 right there, right? And we don't even have to write that, but I'm going to write it right now so you can see it. And then finally, 5 plus negative 9, that's negative 4. And so you end up with negative 1y equals negative 4. Well, negative 1 times what number is negative 4? If you can't see it, go ahead and divide both sides by negative 1. And you end up with negative 4 divided by negative 1 is a positive 4. Is that the end of this answer? Of course not. We need to back substitute, right? We got to plug back into one of our equations. You pick your favorite. I'm going to pick the bottom one. I have negative 3y plus x equals negative 9. It shouldn't matter which one you choose. All right, do it on your own paper and see what you get. When you came back here now, you plug in that 4, so you have negative 3 times 4 plus some number. I want that to be negative 9. So negative 3 times 4, that's negative 12. All right. So negative 12 plus some number is negative 9. So negative 12, I'm going to negative 9. How do I move? Well, if I'm on the number line at negative 12 and I'm moving to negative 9, I need to increase by 3. And I can show you that if you add 12 to both sides, negative 9 plus 12 is 3. So my x value is 3. And I know that's really tiny in there, but I know you can listen and learn. And so our solution to this system of equations is 3, 4. All right, try it out. Come join us in office hours if you didn't get it. All right, go ahead and check out this next problem. Is there anything that we can eliminate? Well, 2x and negative x, combine those and they wouldn't disappear. But that negative 4y and 4y, they're not on top of each other. So you might be like, oh, I didn't see that. But you can always rewrite this. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, there we go. All right. So if I rewrite these, and I'm just going to cross this bottom one out. And so instead of that, I'm going to write it as negative x plus 4y equals negative 3. So you can rewrite them in your textbook or in your book, your notebook. And then let's just add up each column. 2x plus negative x, well, that's just x. Negative 4y plus 4y, that's the 0 we want, right? This is the 0 we're trying to get. Yay! And then 14 plus negative 3, well, that's just 11. Rewrite this. Oh, it's already done for us. X equals 11. And if we know x is 11, let's test it in one of these equations, right? So bottom one, top one doesn't matter. I'm going to do the bottom one just because then I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. I'll do the bottom one. You can do the top one or vice versa. 4y minus x equals negative 3. But instead of x, what am I going to put in? Yep. So I get 4x minus 11 equals negative 3. I'm going to add 11 to both sides. Negative 3 plus 11, negative 3. 11 in the positive, that's positive 8. So then 4 times some number is 8. Well, 4 times y is 8. Divide both sides by 4, unless you saw it already, and y is 2. So we have our solution here, 11, 2. So far, so good. Remember, solution to the system. All right, ready to try the last one out? What is opposite here? 3x and 2x. I add those together, I get 5x. That doesn't work. 4y plus 4y. If I add those together, that doesn't work. But if I don't add them, what happens if I subtract them from each other? All right, try it out. And remember, if I'm subtracting an equation, I'm subtracting each part of the equation. Pause it, try it, you got this. All right, so I'm going to just kind of make some columns here. I'm subtracting each part of this. So 3x minus 2x is just x. 4y minus 4y is 0. And this one's going to get you, I know if you're not paying attention. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. And so I have x equals negative 1 if I rewrite all of this, right? And I did it a little differently, just trying to keep you in the loop here. But you can see I'm subtracting each part of this. So if you wanted to go in there, and let me just show you. If you wanted to go in there, think about it like this. Well, if I'm going to subtract this equation from this equation, it's really, I'm going to subtract that, I'm going to subtract that, and I'm going to subtract that. And if you need to think about it that way, that's cool too. As long as you do all of those parts of the equation, you subtract. All right, so if you have x equals 1, pick one of these other equations, 3x plus 4y equals 1. Back substitute in 3 times negative 1 plus 4y equals 1. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Plus 4y equals 1. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. And I get 4y equals 4. 4 times what is 4? Yeah. All right. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So we get the ordered pair. Our solution to this system is negative 1, 1. You got this. All right. I know you do. Get to that delta math. Do a couple more practice problems. Reflect and tell us how would you solve, I wrote there on explaining how to solve word problems. It's not word problems. How do you solve systems of equations with elimination? All right. Good work, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow after you do your homework. Come with questions. Where is my